So, oh no, that's up. I want you lying down. Lying down on the TV. Okay. Alright, I don't know what I'm watching. This is just something that was on the TV already, and it's weird. Anyways, so I'm gonna work more in the Virginia Zoo sandbox part. I have been working on it off screen a little bit. So I'm going to show you what I've done. I was working on it off screen. It was just like, you know, me time, and I was playing it. I'm kind of glad I did some of it off screen because some of it doesn't always work the way you want it to, and so when you're doing it on screen, that's like extra frustrating because you just want things to work for anybody who's watching. And so like I don't always want to make you guys watch me struggle. um, so we have. So last time I had it, all I had in here was this, and oh, let me pause, and this little guy here. So this was all one big thing I placed down, plus the farm, which is over here, and the entrance was already in there. And, I mean, the parking lot. I mean, I started parking lot, blah, 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 went that way. Anyway, so I added, so one thing I did was we got the new wall with the Arctic pack, so I went through and I changed all of the walls on my barns to that one, which works much better than the painted brick, since it's wood. I had done the bamboo here, which actually didn't look bad, but I just like it being flatter. Like the bamboo had more shadows and stuff, and this is just a flat one. Man, I can't wait to get a new graphics card. Everything's gonna look so much better. Or I'm gonna see all of my like mistakes. Alright, so the other thing I did was I added path underneath my compass here. And I did that so that I could have path coming off in the right spots. I wanted to make sure that lined up. I added path in here. I added path pretty much everywhere that needed path. I did leave curbs on right now, so you're going to see the curbs. I did that intentionally because I wanted to be able to see where my path was. I will go back and remove all the curbs at some point so that you don't see them sticking up through the bottom here. I just, for now, while I'm still building, I want to be able to see where my paths are so that when I have some kind of interference issue, I can fix it. Okay, so all of this was already in here. We added the paths. And then I rotated this a little bit and added the rest of the path and the rest of Asia exhibits or habitats. So we have red pandas, we have cassowaries, we have our moon bears, which will be the Formosan black bears. They're the same species. The Formosan black bears are just a specific subset of the species. It's like a subspecies. This is just a fake exhibit. Nothing's going to actually go in here. In real life, we have birds in here, and I really love the birds that are in there, so I really wanted to keep that exhibit. So I'm going to put some trees in there. We obviously have to fill this all in with foliage, but I got the paths in here. So in real life, this is like an asphalt path that goes through here. So I just made it all, but it's all staff. It's a staff area underneath. So the guests are walking on the boardwalk above, and then the staff has this underneath area. I did change under here. Since I had the path on top, I couldn't build path underneath because there wasn't enough space. Ooh, it's toasty up here. And I need to adjust the thermostat. Alright. So I moved I don't have as many staff buildings now. I also had, so I just have the staff room and the keeper hut. I had to remove the workshop, which I don't really want to put that, I want them underneath something, so I didn't want to like stick them here and stuff. Because in real life, like all of this underneath is staff space and other animal space. So we have like winter housing for turtles, winter housing for the birds that would be in these aviaries, and things like that. I really hope we get aviaries. We got water animals now. Can we get birds, please? You know, just do it like if they just do them as like exhibits, I'd be happy. Like just little birds exhibits, because the only birds we have are like the ostriches and the cassowaries, and they're pretty big birds. I guess penguins now, but I would like some other birds. Like birds are, I have bird exhibits already. So I have birds here, and then I have birds in Africa, which I haven't put in here yet. Okay, so other things I added, I also put in, since I, keep getting education boards, all these things. Okay, all of that will be fixed eventually. I don't even know. Oh, all the education boards are in the reptile house. So I also dropped in the animal wellness campus and the program animal building. So I haven't built paths back here yet because they'll connect to this, which this is kind of far away, but we're going to have to put the train through here. So I don't want to actually move that closer. We'll just leave that. This also didn't put the fence in. So unless I deleted the fence. Maybe I deleted the fence. But anyways, I need to put a fence under all of that. But I thought I brought this all in as a habitat. I don't know. I can put a fence in over there. But that's going to be the border of the zoo. So yeah, so we got some stuff going on. Put this in there, put the Africa restaurant in there, and put pathing in there. And then I finished the rest of the main path. So we got the rest of the main path that comes out to this area over here. So we'll have Africa all back here, and we'll have a little Australia area right here. And then over here, we'll have a path that comes out here. It kind of goes like this. And then we'll have the bison and what would be bald eagles. Obviously, we don't have bald eagles. I'll see if maybe on the workshop somebody's built a bald eagle. Because they just sit on a log all the time anyway, so they don't really move because they can't fly. So, facts. In the US, you cannot have a bald eagle in a zoo unless it cannot be released to the wild. So, any bald eagles that you see in captivity usually have some type of damage to their wings, or their eyesight, or something that's going to make them not able to survive in the wild. If a bald eagle can survive in the wild, it has to be released back into the wild. We also are not allowed to keep any bald eagle feathers. They have to be, so if our bald eagle loses any feathers, we have to give them to Fish and Wildlife, because bald eagles are a protected species. So, there's only like some North American native tribes that can have bald eagle feathers for ceremonial purposes. And so they have special permission and stuff like that. So, something new to learn. So I'm looking at how this falls out here. And in reality, this path that's coming out here is supposed to go straight and come out to the parking lot, like right here. I guess it'll just come out straight to nothing. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that because it needs to connect back. It really needs to connect back over here because there's a staff room over here. But then we're also gonna have the train. So the train's gonna come right through here, around this way, and hopefully somehow fit through here to go back to the station here. And then it goes out this way, goes along here, around inside here. And there's a station back here, so I'll have to put that in. So, progress is made. I think today I want to work on dropping the Africa exhibits in, because then once those are in, everything that I have pre-built will be in. I also want to make some changes to the lion, like the rockscape area that I built. Now that we have the new rocks, I want to use that arch in one or two locations. The only pain in the butt part is that we have to match the color. So I still have to kind of think about that. I might just leave it, honestly. I already did so much work on that. I might end up just leaving it too. Okay, so let me take a path here really quick. Go 6, and looking at the map. Alright, so this path comes out probably right about here. Okay. So I'm going to actually take these out. I dropped them in yesterday, but I'm going to take them out so they're out of the way because they're small enough and easy enough to drop back in. Blueprints. So first we're going to drop in the rockscape because that has to line up here, whereas the barn's just like way back there. And really quick, I'm going to show you the map. Open this up. Alright, so this is the map on Google Maps. So we're working on this area here, and this is the first thing we're going to drop in. Then I'm going to drop this in, and then we need to build over here. We'll have to build the cheetah habitat and in our zoo it's red river hogs, but it'll actually be warthogs in the game habitats. But everything else ties into either this part that I'll drop in or this part that I'll drop in. The biggest one being the elephant, well, currently rhino, formerly elephant habitat, but in this zoo it's going to be elephants because we have elephants and I love elephants. And we're going to put the rhinos in with the zebras because we don't have Watusi in the game. So we might put some other antelope type thing in there just because we have them in the game. But a lot of that's going to be in with the giraffes. So the giraffes will have, oh sorry, something, I think I just got an eyelash in my eye. Oh. Alright, so the giraffe will have giraffe, ostrich, and gazelles. The Thompson's gazelle. We also in there have yellowback duiker, which we don't have in the game, and southern ground hornbills, which we don't have in the game. So we won't be able to put another bird in there. We don't have any other birds. But I'll probably put another, like the springbok or probably the springbok, because even though they look just like the gazelle in my opinion, it'll add another animal in there. And then across, so there's a boardwalk here, and across from that we'll have the bongo, elephants, zebra, lions where this green is, and then a little cheetah and a little warthog habitat. So our warthogs will be on, our warthogs and our ostrich will be on birth control in this zoo because I don't need 50 of them in a sandbox. I also in the zoo, because I couldn't keep the spaces underneath the Asia area, I deleted a water filter and a transformer. So I did set the zoo to be a power everything and keep water clean. Okay, so anyways, let's put something in here. Let's get Africa Rock Scape. Let me turn that off so you can see what's going on. Alright, so this did this yesterday. Why is it not putting my terrain in? I put a lot of effort into that terrain. Like, you can see the terrain on the thing when it pops up, so it should have it. But for whatever reason, it's not adding it in. And that's kind of annoying. Poopy. So that's a bug. That's gotta be a bug. I'll have to report that. That kind of puts a damper though on what I wanted to do. Okay, let's... So annoying. Okay, let's save. We didn't really do anything. Cancel. Let's load. This one, I think, is the right one. So my plan is, once I have all of these things I've already built dropped in, I do plan on deleting my saves of the other versions of the Virginia Zoo. Just because I don't need to have 5 zoos called Virginia Zoo. Maybe. Let me see if Maybe I saved it twice. Yes, because we also have lion habitat. And that does. Okay. So that's what happened. I saved this multiple times. Oh, I can update the waterfall. Yes. Yes. I think that'll work in there. I'm going to do it once we place it, though. I don't want to do it now because I don't want to save it as another blueprint. Load zoo. Loading, loading, loading. So I think when I built this the first time, we didn't have glass pieces yet. So I find the fact that you have to have do not feed signs at zoos a little mind baffling. So we've been having a problem at our zoo with people throwing food into the animals, especially it's gotten worse during COVID because we don't have people on site all the time watching. It's not as busy, so there's not other guests around, and it's pretty much just staff doing what has to be done. Even though the zoo is open, we don't have the volunteer force isn't as big as it usually is, and staff other guests aren't there to hold people accountable either. And so, like, we've been having an issue with people throwing food in, and it's just kind of like blows my mind a little bit that people think that that's an okay thing. Like, you don't like go to other people's houses and start throwing food to their pets. Like, that's not an okay thing to do. Like, why would you think that it's okay to do it at a zoo? I don't know. It just blows my mind that that's a thing that has to happen. But it is, and so you have signs that are usually not, attractive. And we literally have the signs in the middle of our Aldabra saying, "Don't feed them." You know. All right. So moving on. We have lions. Actually, I might just leave this. I don't think it looks that bad. Done. Did it. So one thing that's nice about this lion exhibit is that it is all like a natural type of barrier, so I don't have to work really hard to build a barrier. I just have to put in a no barrier. have a lion habitat. Almost. Gate. I like, do you see me leaning here? Like I can see under it if I lean better? Come on. There we go. Yes. Ba-boom. isn't it working? working. It's working. It's the one thing you never know is like when you replace it, if it's all gonna like come together the way you want it to. It's tricky, but it's working. Alright. So I'm not going to finish this habitat yet. I am. It worked, guys. It worked. I'm so happy that this came out the way I wanted it to, and it was so relatively easy to put in there. I had a little bit of a glitch there. I'm sure you saw with um, the entrance gate to the lion habitat, lion cave under here. So I was able to just move that out here, and then the path was able to go over. So hopefully, everybody's able to like walk under there, and it'll be okay. Fingers crossed. If not, I'll make adjustments and figure it out. Um, but yeah, so that's awesome. It worked out really well. And I am going to actually just leave this waterfall because it's not a big one, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it ends up looking. Um, and it worked. It worked. Hey, buddy. My doggy came up. He's right here. come say hi? Come here. Up, up. You can kind of see his head. There he is. What? He's just like, I don't understand what's happening, Mom. I don't. I also realized that I can probably do that. And, oh, look. It's not so dark. I was cleaning up all of this stuff on the floor here yesterday, so the curtains, I just opened them to get them out of the way. But he likes looking out the window because he can see the neighborhood. We're on the second floor right now, so he can see people walking by, has a good view. He's a good boy. Alright, so yeah, that worked out really, really well. I'm really happy with how that worked out. So let's place the Africa barn, I think. Let's see. Um, so this elephant exhibit is going to be pretty big, but I think I can almost just place the barn anywhere over there. I just want to make sure I have enough room for the warthogs and the cheetahs. So I'm actually thinking of doing them first, because so you have warthogs, you have cheetahs, and then you do have a little bit of space before you get to what I have built for the barn. And I think if I do that, then I'll be able to kind of adjust the way that it all fits. Because I have to extend this path here, goes all the way around. This is the backstage path, all the way around to here. Kind of like Asia has a backstage path as well. So part of me wishes I made the entrance building bigger, like twice as big. I feel like it looks so small. But I didn't want to like overscale it. Oh well. We are not paused. I'm trying not to like be year 300. You know? Alright. Yeah, so let's do the warthogs and the cheetahs. So I'm gonna get a piece of paper here and do my little tracing trick. Because they do have some buildings. Alright, so I got my little trace out here. So we're gonna have, this is the restaurant. So that's this right here. Actually, yeah, that's about actually how we right? Restaurant? No, I'm gonna turn it this way. There we go. Right? Well, I have to... Yeah, anyways. So, this is our restaurant, so we can use that. And then we have our Warthog building and their exhibit. And then we have the Cheetah building and their exhibit curves. So it looks... People always ask, like, do they have enough room to run around? And the answer is yes, if they wanted to, because they are sprinters. So they don't run at that 60 miles an hour for miles and miles. That's a quick, like, my prey is right there. I'm going to catch it before it catches and runs away, you know? Or outrun it or whatever. It's not a sprint. Or it is a sprint. It's not a marathon. So I'm going to trace these out with a ruler. Oh, so I just realized that you guys might be wondering why the heck I'm on a Monday morning. Well, I took the next 2 weeks off of work because it's the holidays and I had the leave and I was like, I need some me time. We're not traveling or anything. My husband and I are just staying at home for 2 weeks. And we're just going to spend some time with each other, hang out, play... Oh no, I just got black ink all over my hands. Don't worry, I'm wearing sweatpants. I'm not wearing anything nice. So yeah, so we're just going to hang out and enjoy the time. Alright, so that's a 1. So if this is a 1 box, then I think we can make that a 1, a 2, a 3, 2, a 2. That'll be a 4. Alright, and I think this should be about the same. 4 by 4. So let's go 3, 1, 2, 2. Alright, so both of the, so the Warthogs is going to be 3 by 4 and the Cheetahs is going to be 4 by 4. I think that should be pretty accurate. Is that, I hope that's breeze block, because that's ugly. Three. Yeah, I think that'll work. I don't want to make them too small, and I don't want to make them too big. So we're just gonna go breeze block, walls. Actually, let me go concrete 4 first. So this is kind of a little bit what I was worried about, is that we don't have enough space here for both exhibits. So we're gonna have to finagle, kind of like we had to do with the sun bears and stuff over here. So what we're actually missing an exhibit over here, which is binturongs. So the binturongs would be in this space right here, but this is not gonna be. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a fence up just for the heck of it. But we really also would have some cassowary around this corner. But I just built it back farther. So you just have this little viewing. We don't have great viewing of our cassowaries, but we do have 2 breeding pairs. So one breeding pair lives over here, and the other one lives by the Australia area, which will be back here. And I might play around with the Australia area a little bit. We'll see. So anyways, we're going to try to just finagle this a little bit and move it around. So I think I can squeeze it here. this is. 608. And common warthog needs 290. So we have plenty of space there. We could actually make that smaller if we need to make the cheetah bigger. Perfect. Perfect. Well, we're going to lose some space because we have to put a moat in a cave. So I don't want to maybe make it too much smaller, but it looks pretty good. Looks like it'll work. So I might just do it that way. Yeah, it doesn't match exactly, but the concept is there. So this is going to be hidden, so I'm not going to worry about the awkwardness of it, because it's a little awkward. Let's see if I have a picture of this waterfall. so the waterfall isn't huge. That's all I needed to know. So that's not really where it's going to live, but I did want to put it in there as a placeholder. And then it looks like there's the waterfall, and then just the buildings have rock work on them, so I won't have to... I want to change this. This just looks weird. Barking at the neighbor's carpet cleaners. Okay, I think now the next step is to place the barn, so that I can finish this path and connect it. So we're looking for Africa barn. I really want to move it back farther. I think I will, and then I can make this cheetah area bigger. I can do this the way I want it to be. I mean, so technically, this is the edge of the zoo right here, but what the heck, why not? Like, I'm struggling to get everything, like, perfectly to scale and scope and location anyway, so I might as well just move it back and make it work the way I want it to. Let's go with it. That can be its home. Let's do the path, because that's going to be the one thing that's going to make it or break it. Hey guys, sorry about that. I had a call from a coworker and I wanted to make sure, one, it wasn't an issue that was going on, but also not like cut him off short. He's retiring, so he just wanted to say, it's been great working with me and farewell and everything. And he's just a really great guy. And so, anyways, back to building. So I don't think it extended it too much, but I'm going to get rid of these paths. So I am going to keep this building as a, not what I wanted to do, as a 3x4 instead of a 4x4, just because it'll extend too far back. I almost want to make it narrower, but narrower is going to look weird and it's not going to fit right. Maybe I can make it, let's do this. Let's make it 3x3. puppy. You're back. What are you barking at? Whatever you feel like. That'll work. Oh. Yay. Okay, how big is this? 940. And cheetahs need... Woo! Okay, so it's gonna be close on the cheetahs. We might just stick one cheetah in there. Because we're gonna lose some when we put water in. But I could always pull it back more. I might do that. There we go. That'll be better for 2 cheetahs. I do wish the game told you like how much space you needed to add per animal. Cause like hippos, like it doubles the space you need. But some animals you just need an extra like 50 feet, 50 meters, you know? Sorry, 50 square meters, if you want to be technical. So at our zoo, we don't breed cheetahs. We just house cheetahs. So we either have 2 males or 2 females or just one cheetah. since we don't have a breeding program for them, but we support the breeding program by housing cheetahs while they're waiting for a SSP recommendation. So not all animals at zoos breed. Not all zoos breed all animals. It's all regulated by an outside program, or sometimes inside the zoo. Different zoos manage different species breeding programs. So I think I'm gonna leave. So I think I'm gonna just leave these two connected like this. I think it's just easier. Did I do? I did. Okay. I was seeing if I had done the water in there because I was waiting to do it until I settled in on where things were gonna be. Okay, so now we keep going with building paths. So let's build these paths. Oh. So does this ramp? Yes, it ramps right away. I think it's not going to be a huge ramp. We're going to have a straight one first, and then ramp, ramp, flat, in the corner, flat, no, flat first. Ramp, flat. Yay, I'm really happy with how this is starting to come out. I'm not going to lie. I think, look, we basically have like the whole zoo. We just have our little Australia area and our bison area. I do need to do some work in the farm and figure out how to make that work. But I'm really happy with how it's looking. I do want to finish, before I go eat lunch, I do want to finish, no, maybe I'll go eat lunch, because there's a lot of barrier work to do. So I don't know if I'll come back after lunch and do that, or if I'm going to work on something else after lunch. We'll see. But yeah, I'm pretty doggone happy with how it is coming out. I think it looks pretty accurate. I have to put moats in and everything yet, but this is such a huge area. It's gonna be awesome. So let me see, how does this go? So there's some water that comes across, and then it'll go back to, it actually ends over here. But a lot of this is just tree area too. So I could even like leave the whole thing open, because the animals that go in both areas they get along. But I think I want to separate it, because otherwise it's going to be too hard to manage. Plus we have this barn and this barn. I already have an entrance over here. No, we're going to keep it separate, as is in real life. But I'm really happy with how it's looking. It's really exciting to see something come together like this, and it just kind of reinvigorates my motivation to work on it, because I know for a while there I wasn't working on it because I just was kind of like, oh, this is never gonna like come together, and it's gonna take so long to get it to come together. But it really isn't taking long once I actually sit down and do it. So I'm really happy with how it's starting to look. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. Check out some of the other build videos. Everything I film like it's a film. Everything I stream, I always live stream, so you'll see every bump and bruise I take along the way. So all the challenges and difficulties and how I end up working around them, which may help other people if you watch. So I hope you enjoy.